This is Kick Bastards, a fast-paced, first-person action-focused parkour kicking game built around one simple idea: move fast and kick everything. If you ever fail, reset and run it back. This is a game that leans hard into speed, repetition, and muscle memory. And because of that, it makes for a great experience to jump into between your more demanding games and that ever-growing backlog. Quick heads up before we get into it. I received a free review key for Kick Bastards, but this video is not sponsored and all opinions are my own. Kick Bastards channels a very specific energy, and if you've played games like Mirror's Edge or Ghost Runner, you'll immediately feel at home. Each level is short and self-contained, with the goal being to find the shortest, most efficient route to the end, mostly by kicking everything in your way. It's not a full sandbox, but each level gives you a handful of alternate routes and approaches. The fun comes from learning the layout, refining your movement, and shaving seconds off each run for that optimal path. The best part of Kick Bastards is undeniably its gameplay loop, and it's a loop we've all seen before, because it works. The instant respawn means zero downtime. You'll undoubtedly falter at some point, but you're immediately back up and ready for another go, and that is exactly how the game hooks you. That all too familiar just one more run feeling kicks in fast, and before you realize it, you've already had multiple attempts even after you plan to call it a night. And the beauty of the game is in its simplicity. There's really not much of a story here, with the core focus being on getting that perfect run. That said, Kick Bastards isn't going to be for everyone. Much like Ghost Runner or Mirror's Edge, anyone prone to motion sickness may want to sit this one out. Being first person and fast paced, the movement can feel twitchy, and that speed can amplify any discomfort. There's also not a huge amount of variety here. There's no real story, and the game is unfortunately quite short. And while you do unlock a few upgrades here and there and see some changes in scenery, it's not really enough to keep things feeling fresh for extended sessions, which is why Kick Bastards works best in short bursts. The visuals aren't going to blow you away, but the use of colour and the game's charming art style does suit its quirky tone nicely. Kick Bastards feels like a game made with a very specific audience in mind, and for that audience, it absolutely delivers. If you enjoy fast-paced movement, time trials, and chasing the perfect run, there's a lot here to like. And what the game lacks in narrative and long-term progression, it makes up for in its light tone and low time commitment. As a result, it's a simpler, more casual experience, easy to jump in and out of, and ideal as a palate cleanser between bigger games. It's also worth noting that the developers have been rolling out regular updates, which helps to keep the experience feeling supported. Kick Bastards is an enjoyable time, especially as a supplementary game or something to ward off boredom if you've got a bit of time to kill. It knows exactly what it is, and its low commitment stakes means it's easy to jump in and out of. That gameplay loop is more addictive than you'd expect, and that alone is probably enough to hook most gamers. So if that sounds like something you might like, check out Kick Bastards. I'm planning to try a series of shorter style reviews, so if you enjoyed this one, don't forget to throw us a like. And if you didn't, let me know in the comments what you'd prefer to see. If this format worked for you and you love games, consider subscribing for more.